Hello!
Hello!
And welcome to our video. It's a Darwin Estates Beach Cove coastal retreat in North Devon, and it's near Ilfracombe. It's number 14, this lodge, and I can't remember the exact model. It seems to be very clean. But anyway, I shall show you round. So you come in and you've got a lounge area with a television, and there's a unit there and an electric fire, and yeah, a beautiful view from the lounge area, which is very nice, but sadly no view from the patio terrace. So we've got a coffee table and a sofa, and here's the kitchen, which on the surface of it looks very well equipped. And this is a little plan of the place. So yes, we are in this one here, so we're right at the back, but say we do have a sea view. Somewhere to hang your coats there, which is nice because they don't always provide that. A big king size bed and a large dressing table and a television, but the mirror's all pitted. Don't know if you can see. Hello. And the bathroom. It's a nice big shower. Lovely big shower, but you know, things like, look at this mirror and this unit. This is the little reception, and that's all there is here. There isn't any other facilities, and the reception's only open fairly restricted hours. But the lady was very nice when we checked in, very helpful, and then there's a phone number that you can phone if you've got problem. Just to point out that this was like this when we arrived at 2 o'clock this afternoon, check-in day, and it stinks. And our accommodation is here, so it's not very nice. And this is lodge number 14, so we would strongly recommend that you don't have lodge number 14. And we've got our terrace like everyone else has, but sadly from our terrace we can't see the sea unless we sit right in this corner and strain our necks a bit, and then we can see it. So only one of us can see the sea, but really what we're overlooking even from inside the lodge is the car park, sadly, and these gardens, which are very nice, but also the bins and the gas tank. And we're very close to the road, as you can hear. We didn't tell them that we were YouTube reviewers. Actually couldn't find a way to do that because you have to book through Hoseasons. There's no way you could email this place. I could have phoned them, but I'm not that cheeky to phone up and say give me a decent unit because I'm a YouTube reviewer. So I'm now going to walk along the row that's in front, but these ones all along here, even the one next door to there, that's their terrace. They've got beautiful terraces. Some of them have hot tubs and some of them don't. This one has a lovely terrace and a hot tub, and they've set them so that you've got, most of them have all got lovely sea views, lovely terraces, plenty of privacy. Yeah, and then there's obviously a walkway as well. For this one you'd have because you have to use that to get along to those. But and then there's a little bench here where I think we might have some people. But I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. So we've just had a little walk, and we've come down to the bay, which is lovely. It's about 4:15 in the afternoon on the bank holiday Monday, so it's quite busy, but it's lovely. And that's where we are, in probably the only one that doesn't have a proper sea view. But we didn't tell them that we were reviewing them, to be fair, because we don't normally do that. So there you go, but this is where we are, and we'll do more detail as we go along throughout the week. Now we're going to just do a walkthrough of the place, but from coming up from the beach. So they've got some apartments here, which which obviously have stunning sea views. So I'm going to walk up here. It's not a big place. I think there's only about 25 units here, and they're all very similar. That one's got a hot tub there and a fabulous view over the beach. And this poor man has had to go back and forth about 10 times in order to get in and out of the parking. It's terrible, dreadful parking here. Not enough of it, and what there is virtually unusable. So,
I love the sound of breaking glass.
One thing we have forgotten to demonstrate is this here coffee table. Right, go for it, Des.
Okay.
It turns into a dining table for two. Look at that.
With storage.
With storage underneath. Fit all manner of things under there.
Yeah.
Couldn't you?
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah. So today we've driven about 38 minutes and we've come to Lynton. Lynton is the part up the top, and then Lynmouth is the bit down below. And we're down one of the little back streets now. It's really pretty, including a special shop just full of dog stuff as well down here. I don't think I can see it now. Down the bottom there. So we've walked up the little road that goes up the side of the Seaward Hotel and past another couple of hotels, and you come up to this footpath here, which takes you all the way along. Takes you to the Valley of the, well, they call it the Valley of the Rocks. Gets quite narrow at points though. We're not going to go any further today, but it is a beautiful walk, absolutely beautiful. But if you've got young children, it may be not, well, you'd have to hang on to them because it gets quite narrow, and obviously it's a sheer drop. So we're still up the top at Lynton. We're really high, but we've got this fabulous view, and it's a lovely little town up here. Let's have a look down here. There he is. You can hear him before you can see him. There we go. And Lynmouth is down the bottom there. We shall go down there. We're going to go and see if we can find the Cliff Railway though, and see if we can go down on that. So in the end we decided to walk down rather than take the vernacular railway, because you get such a stunning view as you're walking down. So this is the main path. You can see Freddie and Des are ahead, and I'm here. Hello! Just in case you were wondering what I look like still. Here it comes. So we've walked over the bridge now, and there's this lovely bit of river here. I'm going to take Fred down there and see if he wants a paddle. We'll go over here. It's the old Coast Guard place there. There's Des and Fred. Right, so we're on a roof terrace, and we've ordered some food.
Hello.
We've got a pint of hazy cider and a pint of clear cider. It's quite nice up here. It's got quite a nice view. I'm having fish and chips, and Des is having a ploughman's. Fish and chips was £18. The ploughman's is £16. I think we paid £4.50 a pint for the cider. Not sure if that's still a hotel up there or if they've turned it into flats. I shall try and find out. Right, so our food has just arrived, and it looks very, very nice.
It does. It does look
Des has
nice.
got the ploughman's.
Loads of cheese.
And I've got the fish and chips. So now we'll get stuck in.
So this restaurant is called the Ancient Mariner.
So there's a pitch and putt there. As you can see, the whole of Lynton and Lynmouth. There, it's absolutely stunning. We're walking along here now. I think these are old Coast Guard accommodation. I'm going to queue up now for the train to go up. I'm just going to buy my ticket. Just bought our ticket at the little ticket office there. Really lovely man. It's cost £7 for me and Des to go up. Looks like we'll be on the next one, maybe. There you can hear the water. And there it goes. I think you can just see the one up the top is beginning to come down. Going up. I'm not sure where it goes, it just says Coastal Wildlife Cruise. There you go. Ilfracombe Harbour. You just see the statue of the lady over there in the distance. Freddie, go on, have a look. It'll dry. So we've had a walk down through Ilfracombe to the bottom of the harbour. And here we have the Damien Hirst statue. Just on that road, the pregnant lady.
Hello.
And we've come over to the other side of the harbour, and you've got the lifeboat station, and you can go and have a look at the lifeboat. It's a big lifeboat, and then there's a little boat at the back. And yeah, we've come right round to the other side of the harbour. I think the problem that we're finding is that there are cars everywhere. So there's a car park up here, and so you constantly got cars coming through. On the other side of the harbour where we were, there's a car park right up the far end past the lady statue, and that's the same. So there's cars streaming down that narrow bit. Busy, busy. So today we've driven along to Combe Martin. Took us about 13 minutes. Dogs are not allowed on the beach here in the main summer season, so we won't be going down there with Fred. We have been down here in the past when we've been here with our children when they were younger. It's quite a nice little bay, but again it's got the dark coloured sand, so you do end up in a bit of a mess. Good car park here. It's cost us £2.80 for 2 hours. So the car park that we parked in is down there behind the beach cafe, and then we've actually driven round the car park, and then we've parked up at this end. You can just see our car down there next to the white van, and then there's this massive grassy area which is really steep though, and some nice benches. You get a fantastic view of Combe Martin. I think that little beach there dogs can go on, We've got a John Fowler holiday place over there, and as you can see, this chap's just coming down here with his dog. So if you so wish and you're brave enough, you can carry on up this path. I shall go and have a look. It says Selden's Way, and then this is the coast path. It looks like this, but I'm afraid I'm not going to carry on because it's raining, but I'm sure it's lovely. You'll have to just find out for yourselves. And we're up in the village now, and as you can see, it's so pretty. Really pretty. It was a beautiful walk down actually, and not too far. And you can see somewhere over there is Des and Fred having a nice little go on the beach. So Lee Bay and Lee Village, worth a visit if you want to see somewhere that's kind of at the moment unspoilt. So we're going to go and have a look in here, which says it does ice cream and coffee, so we're going to look at that. So we've come inside here, the old schoolroom. It's a craft gallery and a gift shop, and it's owned and run by a mother and daughter, and we've had a lovely time. We've sat out here, we've had some ice cream, and we've had a coffee, and inside they've got some really lovely things for sale. I shall take you in and give you a quick tour around. Really lovely place. Here are the two lovely ladies. Really lovely in here. Lots of beautiful things. You won't be able to come in without going out with something, for sure. And next to the tea rooms and the shop, which are in the old school, is this beautiful church. Absolutely stunning. Look at that. How beautiful. I don't think I've seen a church with all this much detail on the walls. Look at that stained glass. Hello.
Hiya.
We hope you enjoyed that video.
We said in the video that our chalet was the only one without a sea view. That wasn't quite right. There are a few more that don't have a sea view. So we thought we'd better just point that out to you.
Yeah, so if you really want a sea view, then make sure that you actually request one. Is what I'd say.
Yeah.
Overall though, we enjoyed it there.
That was good.
And we paid about £700 for 7 nights in that 1-bedroomed accommodation, that lodge that we had, and that was actually filmed at the end of August 2024.
Yeah, it takes us a bit of time to get our videos out, so I apologise about that.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
You can't rush quality.
No, you can't. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Bye.